Sexual misconduct. In this week's issue, we learned it's not just happening in Hollywood, or in Alabama shopping malls, or U.S. Congress, or the White House, Miss Universe pageants, the workplace in general, college campuses, high schools, the bars, the street. No, it's also happening right here in Vermont, in the Statehouse of all places.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Brian, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Actually, you know what? I'm not sorry. It's about time we got a woman interrupting a man on this topic. In fact, can you guys rerun the title screen?
Oh my god, it's writer and comedian Anya Volz. Anya, you weren't surprised by any of this?
No, I'm not surprised. In fact, no women are ever surprised when these stories come out. Actually, right now is a time to be listening and learning as these stories come to light, rather than men parading their surprise around. Of course you don't know what's happening. Of course you're surprised. It's not happening to you every day. That's not what we should be talking about right now.
So a question I keep seeing from some of our readers is, if this issue is so pervasive, why are we only just talking about it now?
We've been talking about it for a while now. The difference is, this is the first time society at large is talking about it from the angle of sexual harassment and not a sexual scandal that the woman was the temptress in or something. The responsibility is finally shifting, but that doesn't mean it's a new topic.
Another question that keeps popping up from our readers, and I've even seen it in a column here at 7 Days, is if people are finally taking these allegations seriously, why aren't more women coming forward and naming names? None of the women interviewed for this story mentioned anyone by name, and now seems like their chance to finally hold men accountable.
Out of curiosity, is it mostly dudes asking that question?
Yup, 100% dudes.
Sure, yeah, that does all check out. It's not really women's job to explain this to you, but I will anyway, because I'm really nice. There are a lot of reasons why a subject of sexual misconduct might not want to name names. Career backlash, safety issues, power disparity. But it's not really important why they don't want to. It's more important to think about why we shouldn't expect them to. Believe me, I want to know the names too. I want to take down the patriarchy as much as the next gal. But in systems where abuse is taking place, it's not the survivor's responsibility to fix it. They don't owe us anything. The responsibility lies on the people who are perpetuating the abuse, and more so, their colleagues who are complicit in it. Why aren't we asking men to name names? Tell us who your creepy friends are. Call out your colleagues. Now is the time to believe us and listen to us, not demand more from us.
Well, to be fair, it does sound like the situation has improved a little bit down at the Statehouse, and 39% of Vermont lawmakers are female, and that's more than any other state except for Arizona and Nevada.
39%? For us? Oh my goodness, you shouldn't have. Just because it's impressive comparatively doesn't mean it's actually that impressive. Just because there's less shit in our pie doesn't mean we're not eating shit.
Well, if there were 0% women in the Statehouse, there probably wouldn't be any sexual misconduct, so you libtards ever think of that?
Oof. Even if there were as many women in office as there should be, which is closer to 50% than 0%, I might add, that's only part of the solution to the problem. Yes, we should have more elected women in office, but there's more we can be doing as individuals.
So what can someone like myself do to help address this problem?
I think the most important thing you can do right now is listen more and talk less. Hold other men in your life accountable. Tell your friends that they're being creeps. Are you being a creep? Hold yourself accountable. Analyze your own behavior. And if you're lucky enough to have a platform, share it.
Oh my god, I'm doing that right now!
Oh, good job, Brian. Who's a good boy bringing a white woman on your show? Such a good boy. Do you want a cookie?
Well, thanks for joining us, Anya, and sharing your perspective on this very important issue. For more of that, be sure to follow her on Twitter. And that's going to do it for us this week. I'm going to take next week off so I can compete in an international blindfolded badminton competition, but I'll be back the following week with more Seriously, and I hope to see you then. Thank you so much for watching. It's really good. The Vermont lawmakers are female. That's more than any other state except for